see you, peekaboo, I see you, looking at me, looking at you. Hold up, where you going? What you doing? Who you seeing? What you need? What you want? I said, without you by my side, my side, my side. Without you by my side. One time from side to side. Without you by my side, I can't go outside. Without you by my side, I can't go outside. Without you by my side, I can't go outside. One time from side to side. chest. I want to forget it, take a breath and leave you away, away. But it's not that easy, 'cause you make me miss you again, again. If you want, just come. If you want, just come. Don't leave me again, leave me again. If you want, just come. If you want, just come. Don't leave me again, leave me again. Leave me again. There's no time for regret, but I remember how I slept in your chest. I want to forget it, take a breath and leave you away, away. But it's not that easy.
Alright. Alright. Sorry guys. Technical difficulties. So we have it was a Misfortune, Jinx, and Wukong ban for the side of TPO. The ban was missed, so now we have Caitlyn, Jarvan, and Nocturne. Kai'Sa's gonna be first picked on the side of TPO to match about Zhao in the jungle. It's gonna go into Ziggy's hand. We have Corki and Diana on the side of Summit Esports getting picked up with a Thresh to round out the third band. Or the third pick, sorry, on Summit Esports side.
Okay.
Okay, and Rella is going to be picked for TPO. I'm going to be a little bit off tempo time-wise, but it's fine.
Regarding what?
Just because I'm watching it on the stream.
Oh.
Oh,
You see the Yorick ban followed up by the Galio ban for Summit Esports.
Interesting, man. Galio.
I wonder if they were watching last week.
Maybe.
Because they might have looked and said, oh, well, Galio was banned both games last week. Let's ban it again. They seem to like it. Vladimir banned, and that is... I can't see that one on my screen.
Well, what? It's Tryndamere.
Oh, that is a Tryndamere that's banned.
Yeah, Inigo does not get to use the get out of jail free R button. It has been denied as a request. Alright, let's see what the second round of picks are.
We see the Veigar, a decent scaling mid laner, picked up. Starting to feel like this is a bit of a last week draft again.
Yeah. And we have to stop calling Indigo Indigo. Remember, your name changed.
Yes, haven't even said it.
Katori, I think.
Yeah. But we see the Rise picked up for the mid, and then a Scion in the top lane to round out the draft for Summit Esports.
Inserts the nest. It's fine.
It's the SCP.
Got it.
And we see the Poppy for the counter pick in that top lane.
That is atypical. You know what? His name's Indigo. I don't care. That is one of like his pocket picks. So we do have a few minutes going into draft. Since there's a 3-minute spectator delay. But what do you think about the drafts so far?
It's very interesting. There's a lot of like men go in coming from the side of Summit Esports, but it's kind of just the basic front to back. A little bit of dive coming out for TPO Reformed, which I like. It's kind of the see how well this Scion potentially split pushes that might have the effect here in this game, as well as the Rise in the side lane. They do have a good like 1-3-1 strat to kind of keep everybody out of danger, as long as there's no heavy engages here, or even a cage coming down from Vagar could force a fight on that 3. So it is something that Summit does have to keep in mind, because they are going to look to have that 1-3-1 with that Scion and Rise and use that to their benefit, because yeah, the Poppy can kind of slow down the push, but Scion getting to any turret is going to have that demolition proc, and as he gets chunkier and chunkier based around that health, it's just going to get worse and worse of a demolition proc, where it might take a quarter or a half turret. I've seen some Scions even get up high enough where they're taking out a full turret almost.
Maybe this is gonna be a Bouse angle. Full lethality Scion. It's one tap turrets. I don't think anyone plays Bousey here, so I think we're safe. Okay, we are getting ready to load into game. Boring. No. Yeah. Suspect fun stuff. So just bear with us as we kind of load in here.
It says it will take a moment to get the ball rolling on it. And the skins are actually it's an uneven trade.
Oh my god, Botley ruined it.
Did not have a skin, so it's 4v5 on the skins in the favor of Summit.
Is there anything going on with the stream? I don't think so.
No? Why?
Okay. Walks like, is the stream broken? I'm like, it shouldn't be.
No, unless he can't hear us.
I can hear us on the stream.
I could pause at 10 so that I can adjust shit.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll go back to 10. Control Shift C. I will cry if it's broken.
I'm gonna have to fix stuff as well. So let me know when you're ready.
I am ready.
Alright. And live in 3, 2, 1.
Alright. We should be showing on to the rift. It does look like they are looking for a level 1 cheese on the bot side of the map.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
So Scott and Good are going to have to be a bit careful when coming into lane. Does look like they are not gonna stick around to find out. Or?
Alright, I'm back to being able to talk again.
Okay. Alright. We got the fun little cover going on. But alright, like I said, they are a little set up in that first bush there, so they TPO has to be careful when walking into lane.
The hook could come out, or they could go for some early aggression here. Nothing too crazy up in top lane between Katori and Baratel. Early game, I do think the Corki and Thresh kind of have that advantage. Corki just has that additional damage from the spray of the Gatling gun, and Thresh does have the range. But we do see a big oops here from
God.
Gamer Destroyer, somehow dying to his blue buff. I would have to go back and watch, but I think they probably didn't have smite item.
No,
That's the only thing that I can
no.
think of. If
Maybe they did not have smite item. That is very unlucky.
that they didn't catch it and just tried finishing it, which was not the right call. It would have been better to back the flash forward and ignite from Verde. Flash forward, follow up from the Kaisa, but the flash and barrier does keep the Corki alive. The flash is also forced to be blown by the Thresh. So a trade of 5 summoners on each side. No,
I mean,
3
Realm does
summoners on each side.
have Hex Flash.
So does
And
Thresh.
so does Thresh, yeah.
It's just mainly like they can look for another play onto this Corki, which is now completely without any sort of summoner spells. And the momentum of these junglers is heavily in the favor of TPO currently.
Absolutely. I mean, that's a feel bad moment. Like, you know, I think it's happened to all of us when we've left base, not really thinking about items, and all of a sudden you're, you know, starting your clear and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, but I think you gotta be looking at that stuff. You can't just let it go
I know.
that long, or even try to finish it if you can.
It does look like they are looking for an invade here
Which
on
is the
Diana.
right call. Diana's forced to
Yeah.
blow the flash, but the dash from the Xin Zhao is going to catch her out and chase her down. That's first blood. And now Rise is kind of caught out a bit. The cage already used, so he is going to be able to walk out.
What? So the ADC also roams up here. I feel like we don't want to let Corky just farm on his own.
Corky's trying to get back into it after that first.
Yeah.
He is behind a bit on the CS, so they are able to try to look for something. Thresh Lantern is out as the Rel did look to engage. Another invade into the jungle as well. They a flash forward from the Veigar and the Xin Zhao does not connect into it. I think Thresh might be in danger as they're now caught in the middle of 4 TPO members trying to get out towards the turret. Will end up going down to the Kaisa in the end, but they are trying to punish this Diana as much as possible.
Good.
But she was able to get through the cage just in time to make it out of there. But it is going to be the Thresh that does pay for that early blunder for the Diana.
Alright, so we've got some gold leads here in the bot side. You know, Good's doing, you know, great job on farming. Nice aggression, guys. Alright, and it looks like Indigo does hit 6 first up here in the top lane. I was a little worried about the matchup of like Poppy versus Cyan, but he seems to be holding his own this early game. Died 6 times already. Alright, Thresh is kind of looking for something mid lane here. Scotty's not too far behind, so...
No, this could potentially be a really bad fight if the Thresh chooses to engage. But it looks like they're just trying to set up for this first section of Void Grubs, but the Rise is able to steal that Scuttle Crab, so they will have vision of this going down. But the Thresh is going to be there late, so that's one already down. Level 6 though for Rise, but it's not an aggressive ult. The Scion ult goes wide, Smite Battle goes down, it's a 1-for-1 right now. The Xin Zhao is down as the Rise is pushed out. It's the Scion, but here comes the rest of the team. Poppy's trying to peel as much as possible, but the zombie form of Scion is coming in. They're looking for a bit more. Veigar is low on mana, but might be able to get one more here.
Which they were able to get one grub each. There's still one grub alive, but Drake has spawned on the outside of the map. It is an Infernal Drake.
I'm really surprised by some esports right now. They chose to go back top to get that last Void Grub, which is, yes, good for the Scion to get more of those, but I think the right play would have been to head towards bot lane and just try to contest for that Drake, but neither team even started it. Poppy looking for another engage onto the Scion. Cage down onto the Rise. The Rise mistakenly steps into the cage, trying to escape, is going to be forced to go out, is walking out with just a tick of health as the Veigar ult is just coming up.
Alright, looks like Ziggy is looking to start this Drake here. Diana is making her way towards the bot side of the map.
I don't
They
think...
just burn this.
I don't think that this is something that they should contest based off the fact that Rise doesn't have ult right now. Did not have teleport to come back in after that gank. So it would have been an uneven fight. Just get the push in bot lane and the Rise back out there and try to get more farm on back into the Diana.
I mean, Diana is still like even in CS, even like being down or having that rough start. All right.
Cyan blowing ult to sound the alarm that he's headed towards someplace, and it's gonna be top lane just to get more of that farm. Is rushing the Sunfire cape, which will help him be a bit tankier. The flash forward aggressively from the Rel, but there's not any connection to the abilities. Now Rel's gonna be caught out. Has to defensively W, trying to get out of there, but the Rise ult's coming through, trying to land the root. The flash is forced to be blown by the Kaisa to make sure that she gets out of there and avoids the Rise cage.
Alright, we're 10 minutes in. There's a 400 gold lead inside of TPO.
That's just the one kill.
Yeah.
That's literally the one kill and first blood gold.
Alright, next. What is next objective? I don't have any objectives up
there's
Oh, you
a
have all the
ton.
objectives, okay?
Yeah. The next objective is going to be the Void Grubs again in 50 seconds, but they are looking for something bot side, but they don't get anything out of it besides the Kaisa just getting chunked down to about half health.
Is Kaisa not building Static Shiv Rageblade anymore?
I don't know. I would have to look it up.
It looks like they're building Kraken Slayer, I believe that is.
Might be.
Should go lethal tempo. There's a
The
TP
teleport out from the
topside.
Poppy. And this is something that they don't want to just give up. Poppy's going to face check the Diana and the Scion. Is going to ult both of them out for the time being. So is going to be able to not get killed. But is chunked down to below half health. The second teleport coming out from the Veigar is going to be directly on top of the Diana. Hook in from the Thresh. But the Rise is the one that's caught out as the flash forward and the shutdown goes over the Kaisa. But this is a brawl in a tight corridor in which it doesn't necessarily work out in the favor of Summit as the Kaisa dives in back and the Veigar's able to just put a cage up and gets a triple kill in the long run.
Yeah, that is.
Veigar needed to be careful. No, Veigar.
Yeah. Yeah, Zinzao.
Zinzao needed to be careful there. Was getting a bit low, but with the death of one of the Void Grubs, that does go down, and they just need that next dragon in 50 seconds to now complete their access to feats after getting the first blood.
Are you able to see feats on there or no?
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't see feats. Driving me crazy. No, you're right. Poppy did walk into them on vision. There was a ward there.
I don't think there was.
Oh, there was a
There's a pink
ward
ward now. I think
Oh,
it
he
got
put it
put
down
down
and he walked in?
after
Okay.
he got womboed and yeeted him out. I think it was a, hey, I don't like this. I don't want to do this again. We do see an interesting move. Kaisa, though, is going to be face-checking here
no.
and is going to get shut down right before the Drake, which is likely going to stall this out, as it is going to be one of those objectives now that Summit Esports can just pull the trigger on.
Yeah. Alright, it looks like there's a little bit of damage to tier 1 turret plate and top going down, but Scion is here. And ult is up.
Zion not getting the better of this trade right
Yeah.
now into this Poppy.
I'm sad that there was no skins in Falling. There's so many good skins out there, guys.
They were, oh, I didn't even realize that there wasn't a skin on Kaisa. Oh. Poppy playing aggressive still, knowing that there's two there. The engage from the Rel is going to come through, but it's not going to be anything yet. Kaisa ulting forward does get the kill onto it, but Corky's damage is massive as he's chunks both down. Looks to possibly get a kill in return, but it's not going to be close enough. Dashes forward, is going to get the kill onto The
Well,
Rel does need to play careful though. The Zinzao is now here. I don't know if that rocket jump hop forward is available, so they are just going to back off. Herald is up, and it looks like Summit Esports are going to try to go for it, which could potentially get them the first feats if it's not going to be that bot lane turret right there. Surprised Rise didn't just stay to try to take that. We do see Poppy coming over, and she is going to find it out, but it's going to be too little too late. She's the only one there.
Ash needs to back out.
And the smite does come through. As now Summit Esports is also tied for 2 neutral objectives towards that feat.
Rise does know that Zinzao is in that jungle.
Actually, wait, who got the first 3 kills?
I
I forgot that it's not First Blood anymore.
Yeah, no, it's not First Blood.
Well, we
First
do need
3.
to watch out, but the Thresh is caught out by the cage and will go down after a risky invade turns out positive for TPO.
I wish it told us feeds on here. It's gonna bug me now. Yeah, there's no way for me to see that on spectate. That's unlucky.
It hasn't even been announcing it either. Oh, this is dangerous. Oh, Cyan does not have the Herald, so it won't be going down yet. I thought Cyan was going to try to push up and take that top turret. As we might see just the next Drake here be the big fight for who gets
Defeats.
feats. Because TPO's towers are not in as good of standing as the as Summit is. And Summit right now having a grasp on the vision game in that bot river is going to make it so that they can make those first moves in. But they do back off now, which will give some time over to possibly go in, but nobody's there to take out that vision or even set anything up.
These guys are playing much better than they have. Like, this is like a good showing for TPO so far.
Rel's gotta be careful. We do see the teleport in from the Veigar to rejoin bot side. They are looking to try get something onto the Rise, but do not connect. Kai'Sa's left alone in that mid lane, and it's going to have a hard time trying to rejoin the rest of the team who's positioned bot side. We do see the Herald dropped here, which is likely going to mean first turret here, but the Diana is caught out. She does go in trying to get a kill, but will go down, which will leave the opening for TPO in this game to look for that second Drake. But the Veigar does get pulled forward, but the Scion plows through as the Rel hops over and gets the kill. And Rise is able to assassinate the Kai'Sa in the side. On the side, the dash forward from the Poppy as she's trying to get out to the rest of her team. The Xin Zhao is there to kind of stop it going further, but the Poppy almost mistakenly tanks too many turret shots. As the Diana is now up and can look to join. Teleport is not going to be up for the Veigar, who's going to have to walk. Poppy is backing now to look for the heal and then potentially the teleport in. the Rel is forced to back off here. It's just the Xin Zhao who's looking to fight a bit more. They are onto it. It's going to be a smite fight, but it's the Rel that takes it as the entire three-man squad that was there gets decimated after the fight. And it is going to be feats over to TPO. As they got the first 3 kills. They were the first of 3 kills and first of 3 neutrals.
I know, we just have to start getting some turrets down.
Yeah, they do need to get this turret pushed because Veigar is bot side without really a turret there. That turret health was non-existing. I'm positive it was down to 1.
29 stacks on Veigar with 480 AP right now.
Yeah, and he has not gotten the upgrade to the Roa yet. Sitting at 8 minutes out of 10. So it's just around the corner, but he is going to scale a bit more. Has been playing exceptionally well though. And we do see that is the Voracious Atacon.
Is that the...
That is the Revive.
Okay. It's the fake one.
How is it the fake one?
I don't know, I don't like that one.
So that is the one that is the Revive and
Yeah, it just gives you like instant respawn.
Revive, instant respawn, as well as additional gold based on kills for the permanence of the game. So it's like, I want to say 50 additional gold per kill or something like that. Or maybe a couple hundred.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not...
Poppy's not getting the better of the Scion anymore. Yeah. Is able to chunk them out, but is going to get bullied down in return. Going to have to play it safe as the Scion shield does pop and do a lot of damage now. But it looks like TPO is going to try to force something topside. Don't think that they can really do that. Consider a dive topside, because Ryze is going to clear every single minion wave that they can get. Poppy using the minion to dodge the engage here. But Corki is just getting a free push mid lane and some chip damage onto that turret. Yeah, it's going to be a bit slower because it does. They only have 2 of those Void Grubs, but it's still going to be a fairly decent amount. Xin Zhao still topside looking for something, but it's just wasting time now.
I mean, I would... I don't know.
Thresh getting engaged on here. The flash forward from both, but there's the Ryze ult coming out. Xin Zhao and Diana trading ults. Diana's going to be the first to go down. Veigar flashing out of the way of the Scion ult. The Rel is going to be killed in return. Poppy did not blow teleport to rejoin, to try joining the team. Is now just getting there.
Baron does spawn here.
I don't think either team is really in the ability to do so. I did just notice that the soul is Mountain Soul, so that's something that they definitely don't want to give over to that Scion, who will be tanky already, but will only get worse.
Alright, looks like they are collapsing on Poppy down bot side here. Thresh and Scion are here.
And they're looking for the Corki mid, but the rocket hop, but the Thresh is kind of picked off and has some chunk damage down, as both sides are going to set up for this next Drake. Rel hops over, but only to get the blast cone to prevent that from being an easy jump in. They are going to pull it out, but they're going to pull it out towards that mid lane. They're bursting it down right now. The smite does come through for the Xin Zhao. Rel is looking to chase a bit more. Nobody goes down as of yet. Poppy does get hooked, but the dash through the minions does land. Xin Zhao charging in to engage onto the Rise, but will go down. Kaisa ult in as well. Rise is standing tall, taking out 2 before even 3, and still not going down.
This looks like this just opens up.
It's gonna open up for Otacon, which
That one.
potentially opens up for Baron, because Baron is up. They could just use it, the Otacon revive, to pick a fight and force a fight at Baron. Say, hey, you either give us Baron or you take the fight. And if you guys don't just clear wipe us, it's gonna be a rough secondary fight in return when we decide to come back and do the same thing again. They are gonna get a the last outer turret here off of the map for TPO. So it's 3 turrets to 0 right now. TPO has to find a way to start knocking down these turrets, as it's making it hard to control the push, as they don't have anything going in their favor, and all the waves are going to be pushing into tier 2s.
Alright. We're still in this. Alright, so what needs to happen on this map for TPO?
They need to get turrets. They either need to pick a fight in the 4-man squad, or they need somebody to get that top tier 1 to help them out at least a little bit in these fights. Because we're seeing Rise just pushed in that top wave right away, was able to push it all the way into tier 2, which allowed forced Vagar to go back up there and allowed Summit to just get full control over that Baron area. And even bot side, Sion being able to just kind of rotate mid to join the rest of his team and look for this tier 2 and possibly exchange for the tier 1 bot side. And they do have the revive still to kind of look a bit further. The Diana goes in further. Kaisa burns down, and it is going to be another kill onto the Thresh and Vagar. That's a triple kill over to ISO DDAC on that Rise. It's just been massive, but we're seeing just the power of the Otacon revive, where nobody died there. They killed 4 members, took the inhib, and are able to just turn around and go for this Baron. And TPO, who was once looked like they were doing well and in control of the game, are now just losing all control of the game. Yeah, they have potentially Dragon Soul in 50 seconds, but
You have to wait out Baron buff.
it's not even
Like,
Baron
they
buff.
could
If they
fight
lose
that.
there, they shove down mid and it's over.
Yep.
This is a do or die fight. If they're not proper with these waves, they can just lose down mid. top lane can just get decimated as well. So even if they do it, they could have technically kept Corki up there and made somebody match the Corki, or even the Rise go top and match that push and force somebody to match that push. But
They are waiting in this bush here to try and see if they can get some type of pick.
Kaisa is by herself. They now know that neither side is in. Cyan is showing bot side. Diana looking for something here. It's going to back off. TPO just starting the Drake with the Cyan split pushing bot side. Veigar Cage comes out, only finds the Thresh in there, chunks down the Thresh though. But the Rise just goes forward as no one's paying attention to the Rise. The smite does go down. It is soul for TPO, but they are not winning the rest of this fight as Rise does come out and uses the ult as they're gonna chase down the Kaisa. It's just the Veigar and the Xin Zhao left trying to run to save their lives, but the flash forward from Cyan to look to get more. It's gonna be a two-man defense. They still have Baron for Summit, and they can look for this bot inhib and even rotate after that to empower these minions in the mid lane.
TPO just needs to defend at this point.
They're looking to scale, but I don't know how much more you can scale in this game. They're just not paying attention to targets. The Rise was able to get onto the backline right away and just start hammering right onto the Kaisa and the Veigar.
So we're clearing out Vision and Baron Pit. We do have about 3 minutes till Baron
Oh,
spawns.
Rel is in trouble. She does have Hex Flash. Will not get it done in time. She is just going to get caught out here. As the Corki now unstoppable.
6 and 2 Corki and 8 and 2 Rise. Oh boy. Scion is tank. How much health is Scion at right now?
But Diana's looking for another flank here. Has been extremely strong on these flanks. TPO's able to clear out that first wave in topside, but there's going to be supers hitting the Nexus turrets in the mid lane. Kaisa will fall back to deal with them, but there's going to be another wave bot side, and that's going to be a double stacked wave as Diana's coming in to apply pressure and clear out those minions. Veigar looking for a bit more. The engage comes through. The cage doesn't connect onto anybody. It is a shutdown onto the Rise. Diana's, though, flanking in the backline, does get an ult across 3, but does not get more. They're looking to see what they can pick up from here. Cyan looks to be the sacrificial robot here, as he will end up going down. Xin Zhao does need to be careful, as Cyan does do true damage, but that's going to be 3 kills over to protect that top inhib while sacrificing a Nexus turret, which, yes, does respawn now this season, but is not going to be up for the next 3 minutes, I believe.
I don't know what the respawn timer on the Nexus turret is, if I'm being honest. I believe it's the same as like an inhib, if that's what I was told.
I want to say that is 3 minutes, I believe. Do you see Veigar looking to set up the Void Grubs? Rel's trying to find a bit more, but the Thresh Lantern is there to just get the Corki out without any issues. Rise
Alright,
is
Baron's
caught
pumping.
here, is going to be stunned up. It's not going to be able to get out yet, but it is going to be the Thresh Lantern that gets them out to safety in exchange for the Rel ult.
Take your time, Kaiser.
Scion is just pushing down.
Yeah, and those are super minions that are coming down. Rel does get hooked, but that is a big cage that lands across too. That's going to be a shutdown for the Vhagar. Somebody does need to back here as Scion is still continuing to push, but no one's paying attention. The Poppy will now look to back as the Diana almost gets caught there. Rise is back though. Scion is here. Poppy choosing to try to push them out. The ult does get blocked to get them out, to try to just run out. As TPO looks to go for this risky Baron. The Rel is already chunked out, but the cage onto the Diana as the Zonius does come through, which is massive as she does finally go down. Poppy does come through onto the backline. The Scion is going to be forced to come out. This might be able to buy enough time as... Oh, but they have to be careful. They are looking for a re-engage here. The Vhagar cage does come down across. Scion is still tanking in front for this Rise, who's trying to put out as much damage as possible. Nobody has died yet besides the Rel here, as it is going to be Scion going down as well. The Poppy now kind of in a risky spot as Corki is now back up. Vhagar does get the back off in time as the Nexus, last standing Nexus turret does look rough. They need to clear these waves, get to that Baron, not Baron, that Elder Drake.
Yeah.
Because that is going to be the big process here. Vhagar is looking massive right now at 9-2. Has the fully evolved Roa, fully evolved Seraphs. He's got the Void Staff. He's got the Rabadons. The Xin Zhao caught out is getting saved by this Rel. Trying to heal back up. Kai'Sa goes into the backline, does get the Corki, and now it's a bit too much that bitten off as the Diana does go down and Rise is forced to flash over the wall of the Dragon Pit, and that's going to be Elder buff over to TPO, which will make it so that they're harder, even harder to fight against here, as the scaling has started to come online. Kai'Sa's at like 3.5 items. Vhagar's almost full build. Looking at, I'm guessing a Shadow Flame here with that third needlessly large rod being built.
Does he not build a... Oh, you said that. Okay, never mind.
What, Shadow Flame?
Yeah.
That's probably the next item, just based off of the fact that it does like true damage to low damage.
I didn't
enemies.
know if he was going Hourglass or not. But...
He could. It could be Hourglass or Shadow Flame. TPO is going to look for this Baron. It looks like the exchange is going to be trying to go for these inhibs. So they do need a back because they do now see him. Diana getting caught in the cage is going to be potentially is in a risky spot, forces Zonius. The ult just comes out from the Vhagar to sentence the Diana after being caught out. Poppy's looking for more, does pin the Thresh, who's going to be forced to flash there.
Let's go, guys.
Kai'Sa ulting in
Nice.
as well as the Poppy ult to knock up, make sure that the Thresh goes down, and it's now going to be TPO's game to kind of control, look for these push, start to get these turrets down, as they've only taken 2 all game. And that'll be their 3rd at 40 minutes.
listen, we're scalers, okay? We're scaling. You need to let us cook. All right, let's go, guys. Wrap this up. These guys did amazing.
They are going to
this game.
push. They still have Elder buff for the time being.
Oh, Coach Walk Warlock on line right
They
now,
are just
man.
looking for these Nexus turrets. Scion ult onto the back line. But this is just a massive Diana ult, as it might have was almost something bit too much for TPO to chew, as there were several members that almost got decimated as the Nexus falls. And that'll be game 1 over to TPO.
Let's go. Nicely done, guys. That was one hell of a game. This is a best of 3 series, and we're going to take a quick break to get ready for game number 2, but don't go anywhere because you do not want to miss this. Hello, friends. We are back with
Yes.
draft for game number 2. I'm Loki, and this is Mr. Hunk.
This was definitely an exciting comeback in game 1. TPO had control of the early objectives, but didn't have control of the map. So they
Yeah.
had to claw their way back in there. I think it was the 40th minute mark. I think I said it was the 40th minute mark, and they were just taking their third turret, sort of thing. But we're seeing a huge crunch down on this ADC pool as we see Caitlyn, J4, and Cassiopeia banned by Summit Esports, and Misfortune, Jinx, and Wukong banned by TPO reformed. So I believe that is a bit of a change up from last draft, in which, I don't know.
No, those were the same 3 bans left.
Those were the same 3 bans.
We banned Vladimir the second rotation, but they, we had talked about it the first one, but I am letting Coach Warlock work his magic here.
Alright, so we do see the Varus come through, followed up by the Twitch and Nocturne. So a lot of, hey, I'm going to turn off the dark and we're going to try to blow people up quick.
Blow you up.
But we see Viego in return from that side in the jungle. And I want to say that's one of the picks for the jungler for Summit Esports, Gamer Destroyer. But we see the Vladimir, which was banned in Phase 2 last game, picked up here for Summit. So it looks like something that they're going to prioritize and say, hey, pick your counter. We don't care. But TPO's going to stick to it and pull the Leona instead, which will make it so Efron could potentially get banned out here. What did you say that was, Loki? The miss ban?
The missed ban was...
Was it Yorick?
Yes, Yorick.
Okay, so that's a Yorick.
Right.
And then the Galio band here, which would
Apparently Efron does play it, so it is
Okay.
a ban towards Efron.
be a good pick into that Vladimir. We see the Braum band away to kind of pinch down that support pool, and the Tryndamere band once again. So a little bit of a change in the bands on both sides. As we see the Cassiopeia for the Nocturne change, which allowed the Nocturne to come through, as well as the Vladimir getting through, forcing Braum to get banned instead. We do see the Anivia here picked up for Efron in that mid lane. So the Ice Phoenix is going to look to kind of...
Ice Phoenix?
Yeah.
The Ice Phoenix? What?
You didn't know that it was an Ice Phoenix?
I have never heard her referred to as that, though. I just call her Bird Lady.
Oh,
That
she's
is
an
a
Ice Phoenix.
Thomas of Pentious.
Oh, and that is taken away here from
Inigo.
Corrido?
No, Katori.
Katori.
Jesus.
And we see the Renekton picked up and the Mundo in that top lane to be that big front line. Katori's favorite champion.
Is hating his life right now. He told me that he's like, this is the only Mundo game you're getting from me all season long, so enjoy it.
No, it's going to be first pick every first
Yeah,
game of the series.
He is being forced. He's putting on Mundo duty for the rest of the season. GG. But alright, what are your thoughts on this draft here, there, Jim?
Looks like it is a kind of dive comp. They do have to keep in mind that the Anivia is not going to want to go on. Vladimir's definitely not the target, so it's going to be looking at that Varus to kind of quickly blow him up. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, it's going to be counter dive and counter engage. I think both of these teams are just going to be like running face first towards each other this game, which should be exciting. As What?
Oh, apparently they were gonna play Twitch Lulu, but
Oh.
apparently I didn't know Scotty didn't play it. I mean, I thought Scotty played Enchanters. They played
He said that his
Diana,
enchanters were very, very iffy.
very small.
It's not me. So, what I have picked up is Scotty said that he's willing to play enchanters. Well, Verde, or however you pronounce it, is willing to play enchanters. It's not like me, who wants to off themselves every time that they're forced to play an enchanter.
You can't say that. Ziggy's sensitive.
I'm sensitive.
Listen, I don't know. I think like Lulu's a fairly basic champion, but Varus has a hard game if he goes unhit.
Yeah, I don't think it's the best on hit game for Varus here.
I don't even know what Varus is playing these days. I thought it was more lethality based. But...
It is whatever Varus wants. Varus gets.
So it's kind of like Mundo. It's like goes where like he pleases.
No, it's not like Mundo.
Varus does as he pleases. No,
Varus
okay,
just
bad.
does. Varus can go AP, lethality, or on hit.
Nice. I am gonna take so much joy. I want to thank Walk for making Indigo
Indigo's
play.
life
Mundo just
completely
literally makes my
miserable.
day. Okay, we gotta do something about this. No skins on Twitch.
Here at TPO Esports, Loki fully supports abusing your players.
True. True and real.
I'm just letting this run because the mics are
Okay,
set.
you want...
I'm at 18.
Hold on. Okay. What do you want?
25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31.
Yep. Okay. We're
All right.
up here. We did a chat. All right. The Varus does have cleanse. Tom Kench has exhaust. We do have 2 TPs on our team. They have 1. I don't think Varus I don't think Vladimir ever takes TP. I think he's just Flash Ghost.
Who? Vladimir?
Vladimir? Yeah.
Flash Ghost.
that's
He
one
wants to
champion
go
I
in
don't
and
play,
say
so-
hello. Is it
We
speed
don't really
you're
want
looking
to say
for?
hello to him now.
But the
The Flash.
Viego saying hello
Viego.
to the 3-man squad did not feel good.
And Vladimir is like one champion that I am like deathly afraid of. Like if that's in my lane, I'm already yelling at my jungler and saying jungle diff. I cannot play into that matchup, like regardless of who I'm playing.
I think I've done well against the
I can play against Vladimir and Earth, but
Vladimir
actually,
once. Otherwise, I tend to not understand what I need to do.
alright, so Twitch is kind of getting, poked off of this wave here.
And which he's gonna this early game. He is gonna want to scale. Early game, they do lose into this Varus Thomas of Kinch.
But on the plus side, if for some reason the Stoke go to 3 games, they can't play Vladimir again.
Yeah.
I mean, plus side's a fearless draft. Once you play something, you don't get to play it again for the rest of the series, so.
Yeah, the range difference is gonna kind of bully the Twitch. Now that the man is kind of low, it should give Twitch a little leeway in this lane.
Yeah.
Because it can't get poked more.
Poor Twitch. I feel like a bad coach just was on me. Now you're fine. It's gonna, like, honestly, I've seen Twitch get bullied early game and just like absolutely.
Oh,
kill
and they are looking for the engage. I don't think that's what you wanted, as the
No.
Leona is a bit too deep. The exhaust blown. The stun does come through. They're trying to give the kill over to the Varus, but the Varus didn't go for it. Nocturne is bot lane, but did walk in over a ward. So they
Yep.
do know that Nocturne is bot side. They're choosing not to look for another engage. As Nocturne does back off to the scuttle. But
I was
now
like
the
good. Oh,
Leona looking to engage does get on to the Varus,
no.
who is going to get first blood. The
Oh.
barrier does connect, but the Tom Kench is going to get a kill onto the Twitch in return. The flash away from Tom Kench will get them out and away from the Nocturne. It kind of seemed like a bit of miscommunication there. Nocturne went to go off and go get that bot scuttle. Well, the Leona hex flashed over the wall. Oh, engage here from the Renekton. Does get the stun off and the chunk out.
Indigo's like honestly doing very well into this Renekton. Lately he's been playing very well in top lane, so staying even.
We don't
CS.
talk about that man.
What man?
The man that scares Indigo.
Man, I didn't see them in the chat pool, so we have our fingers crossed on this one. Oh no! Mundo's passive did proc there. Yeah, we don't talk about the man that Indigo doesn't like. Otherwise, like the rest of the lanes are playing up, fairly well, even around the map.
Oh, Katori doesn't like that one man.
We don't say the name, Jim.
Yeah.
No, that's a swear word in the Twitch world. Grubs are going to spawn here.
I do think this Drake is going to be kind of easily controlled by Summit with how the bot lane's going so far. The Twitch currently 16 CS down is in a rough state. But it is going to be the Mundo moving over first to help join the Nocturne. As they do get one down, they're looking for the second. The smite is still up as well, so it will be the full 3 over.
Good job, guys. And does look like Viego is heading bot side towards that Infernal Drake first Drake of the game.
Leona did roam towards mid, but it is going to leave Twitch out here by themselves. So it is something that they do need to be careful. They are going to get poked down a bit.
Viego is looking here.
Yeah, the bird is going to be picked off here.
No.
Does have the egg. Has not blown flash yet. The engage in. They're looking for the Viego. The bird is still alive. As the Viego is the first to go down, but here's the Vladimir into the backline. Ult across several members. The Varus hitting level 6 already. Does get the ult off onto the Twitch as the Twitch is the second to die. The dive under turret as that's a double kill over the Vladimir. And that's going to be the feat there for them since they are the first to 3. And they're going to look to start that Drake for themselves now.
And I feel like top lane's just gonna be like a wet noodle. They're just gonna do the bonkening up here. And top lane.
It's not going to be bunketing. It's going to be who can out-sustain the other. And it's going to be in the favor of Renekton for the time being. But we do see a fight here. They're on to the Varus. They are going to get the Varus down as well as the
Nice job,
Tom
guys.
Kench. That's a double kill over to the Nocturne. So it's a very good move to kind of go and contest the ult blown by the Mundo topside, just to kind of stay healthy and prevent the all-in from this Renekton.
What was that Renekton doing down there? Was he just getting a vision, or did he actually take... I don't think he took Scuttle.
No, he didn't take Scuttle, bro. I'm still up.
I just saw him downriver, so...
They might have been walking down, seeing if they needed anything. We do see an
Oh.
invade, and it's gonna be the Tom Kench face checking here. The wall does come down. They are gonna be CC'd down, and it is gonna be another kill onto that Nocturne now.
I see that, guys.
So the invade was successful. Leona wandering back towards that bot lane, where she left the Twitch up, who's just trying to farm as much as possible this game.
Yeah, he's just coming back in slowly but surely. It looks like, see Varus goes Bork first item. With the Vampire Scepter recurve bow.
Yeah, it's looking like it's an on hit. They're trying to go on hit, which I don't know if is the best build here. Unless they can get some, like, hey, protect me from this crazy dive.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily have the easiest time standing there autoing. The Renekton choosing to go in on to the Mundo did blow ult. Mundo is able to just walk out, though. Just getting poked down by the Varus bot side.
Alright,
looks-
Roa is completed at 10 minutes for
Like
the
it's gonna be a fight over these Void Grubs. It is gonna be TPO looking to start to gather these, as they're looking for their second neutral,
Good rotation, guys.
and that's gonna be 6 grubs over. So they
That's
do
big.
have 2 there, but this is gonna be a lot of damage down to this bot turret, which they are gonna have to keep in mind, because that's gonna linger over them. They do need a turret down, and yeah, the grubs kind of slowed down the pressure, but there's no pressure elsewhere to start hammering away on these turrets.
Yeah.
So they might just have to say, screw it, let's get as much as we can in this early game to propel ourselves further into the game later, and just start going for maybe bigger trades. Do you see the Nocturne coming out with the ult? Does go on to the Renekton, who does not have anything to kind of help out. The Heartsteel now complete for the Mundo, so he's going to start getting big and providing a threat in these side lanes.
Alright. Let's... So top lane's about even. But little tiny CS lead in TPO's favor. I think really the only lead here is in bot lane, and they do choose to collapse on Ziggy in the jungle here. The Leon ult does come out.
And they're trying to get more. Twitch is spraying across, but there's not enough damage yet. They do get the one onto the...
Oh, Vladimir is low.
Vladimir and Viego looking for the Twitch here. They did leave the Tom Kench out. Twitch trying to get more here. Will get the shutdown onto the Vladimir, which is a
let's
big
go.
play. Viego is still up, but I don't think he's gonna be able to contest this Drake, and it is gonna be all the third neutral set up. So now it's gonna come down to who gets that first turret.
First turret, yeah. Alright, that was Mountain Drake, which is good for TPO here. Alright, I mean, little interesting. Nice ult from the Leona onto this Viego. He just does not get to play the game. But the first turret does go down to this this Varus in the bot side. Guessing Jim had to step away.
No, sorry.
Okay. Okay. Alright, and Indigo pushes up with the Renekton in a bush. Nocturne does shut the lights off onto this the bot side of the map.
And it is showing what they were trying to go through here, but the Tom Kench is able to devour, or I don't even remember what it's actually called.
I don't know what it's called. What is it called now?
I want to say it's devour. It's
yeah, it is
feast
devour.
for Cho'Gath.
Yes. Alright. So who does that? So we get defeats for kills or for neutrals. I hate not being able to see feats in spectate mode.
Yeah.
To be rendered. Someone's gotta tell me how to do this. What is that, like, objective at the very bottom, Jim, on your screen? I have the esports timers. So.
Those are red buff and blue buff.
Oh, okay.
So if you notice, there's the symbols on twice, depending on side. We do see the Twitch going in and Leona going in onto the Varus. They do get the stun out, but not enough damage out. Twitch is pushed off by the Tom Kench, who did go full tank. Leona's gonna go down here, and it is to the Viego. Viego could potentially look for a dive, but chose to just back off.
Alright, Nocturne is bot side, and it looks like Viego is on Herald right now. Yeah. It looks like Leona and Mundo are collapsing onto this. I don't. Do we want this? We want this. Okay.
Yeah, I do think that this is a good play out.
Oh no.
Anivia is able to stay tanky enough, but Varus is now able to free hit thanks to the wall of the Anivia, in a fight that started out and looking like it was good is no longer good, as the Varus is able to do just more than enough. Yeah, they got the Diana, but it's now been a 3-for-1, and it's just the tanks up for TPO. Mundo trying to go in, does get the Heartsteel proc onto the Varus, does get the kill there, but the Vladimir's still up and alive.
Yeah, that
We're gonna
Vladimir's
get
scary.
another turret here topside.
Boxing, I told them not to chase kills. Oh, and the The Thimble Winter on Anivia.
Yes.
Or the Winter's Approach, whatever it's called now.
Does make it her a bit more tanky because it does give
Yeah,
that
no, I
additional
like
health.
it. I just haven't seen it much. I guess maybe I haven't seen a whole lot of Anivia played, but no, I like the Thimble Winter. It's like the one we used to see in on Vagar. Just like extra, tank. Ooh, nice top.
Nevia though getting caught out here. The
Verisol goes wide.
ult from the Vladimir does chunk out the Twitch, but they are now caught out, forced to flash out as the rest of the team is going. But the Mundo is trying to go where he pleases, is going to back off to join the rest of the team as Varus is just free hitting in the back. Renekton now getting onto the Anivia is able to get more. Leona dives in as Tom Kench is able to eat the Varus to keep her alive. Nocturne now going in, but it's only gonna be able to. Oh, the Anivia damage comes out, which is massive. It's gonna be a double kill to the Anivia, and I believe a double kill to the Vladimir as well. And
Yep.
a bloody fight.
Can we actually take this?
Yes,
Okay.
it's Burb.
It's Burb. Okay. I don't play Burb.
Burb has AoE.
I just know that Burb has no mana either.
Burb has AoE.
Oh, okay. My bad, man. My bad.
The ult burn does enough to get the Twitch out.
Gotcha.
To get the Twitch there, essentially.
Alright, we do have the one objective that Loki's not allowed to say on stream.
Out of con.
Yeah, that one. It's kind of like the one mid laner that is in the game that I'm not allowed to say on stream either. It's just certain things, Jim. We just go with it. I can't say some of the champion names or the objective names yet, so I've come up with some very unique ways of saying them, and it gets me in trouble with Twitch TOS.
Nocturne trying to start the Herald, but just walks towards the Renekton and decides to back off from the Herald. It is Voracious out of con again, so it is going to be the revives.
It's a fake one.
And the additional gold on kill. But we're starting to see, with the health coming out from this Mundo, the damage that's going to be done to these turrets. Twitch, though, is not in the right spot. Gonna get blind face check the Vladimir, but the Vladimir diving a bit too deep is gonna get killed thanks to the collapse of the Nocturne and Anivia. A lot was burned there though, as the flash, the barrier were both blown on the Twitch. The ult from the Nocturne just to keep the Twitch alive.
We are holding on.
Varus
to
ult
tier
is
one.
blown, as well as Renekton ult topside. I do have to say, they are doing a bit better with the turrets on their end, but they still haven't gotten a turret this game, and it's 22 minutes in.
It's fine.
They have 6 Void Grubs.
I understand. We're scaling.
But they are going to look to go for this Voracious
Oh,
out of con. Twitch could come in and try to get something here. Does go in. It's going to blow the ult. The Leona ult does go wide, so it makes it so that they are able to walk out. But the two-man squad of the Nocturne and the Anivia are trying to get this out of con, but the Anivia is just The Otacon's just tearing apart.
Oh my god, it's gonna kill Ziggy.
They are able to smite it down,
Let's go,
but that
guys.
was a close one
Yes.
with that Vladimir showing up.
Yeah. Alright, guys, we're gonna take turrets this game. And not wait until the end of the game. There's 208 hard steel stacks on this Tom Ken. She's got unending despair. We do have 326 hard steel stacks on the Mundo. And this tier 1 in mid is just hanging on by a thread. Mundo
Same
has,
thing as
you
topside.
know, yeah.
Because watch this topside as it goes ka-kunk
Bye-bye. Let's go. Go,
from
chat.
the Mundo, who is going to become an issue to deal with in
Yeah.
these side lanes. I don't think the Renekton is going to be able to do much without some help. So a little help from some
Yeah, the
friends.
Renekton seems to be struggling into this Mundo a bit.
It's because Renekton wants to kind of burst people down with the W combo, but he has to use it twice just to pop
And
the
I'm-
ult. Not the ult, the passive.
The Mundo just kind of says no. Alright, we did get the support item shield out on the Tom Kench.
And that mid turret's still not down. The next objectives up are Baron and this Drake. This could be soul point for TPO, but Nocturne and Viego are up top with the Vladimir, not Vladimir, with the Renekton. Teleport out from the Mundo as the Tom Kench does get caught. The Varus ult goes wide, so nobody yet. Tom Kench is still tanky enough, though, as they are trying to get more, but they haven't gotten anything yet. Viego is behind them, as it's now going to be a 4v3. Nocturne now
Alright.
joins the rest of the team. This is something that they should just pull the trigger. They have the Otacon revives. Make them fight you.
There's
You revive. Make them fight you. Instead, they're just going to go back to pushing that mid lane. Try to get the turret here. They do end up getting it. But the Otacon revive does drop off. And that Drake is still up. Mundo passive is blown, so he is caught out by himself. Nocturne ult comes out, and it's a dive into the backline. Twitch is there, but does not have ult. It's just going to have to auto away without it. It's a double kill for the Mundo, and a triple kill as the Doctor is on the board. As the Twitch takes the Quadra, and Vladimir's left to watch as the bodies of his teammates fall. And this is going to be soul point over to TPO, which is actually making it worse for this Mundo. Getting the Mountain Drake and now 2 Ocean Drakes is huge. We see TPO just looking to try to get as much as out of these as possible, looking for a ballsy play onto this Baron. They are spotted. Vladimir is there. He is going to go in. Ult flash forward. The pool comes out. They do get the Baron, but at what cost? As it's going to be 3 members down. Twitch is left up, but he's going to have to run. The Tom Kench does come through. The Blast Cone does get the Twitch out a little bit further. Mundo is split pushing bot side, so somebody's going to have to back and respond as Mundo's taking 2 turrets now and is staring at the inhib as Renekton does come back But there's going to be a push here mid lane by Summit Esports to take that mid tier 2 after that fight after Baron fell.
Let's go. Oh, I missed stuff.
God fucking damn it.
What?
No, it's just the there's an issue with the Twitch stuff in the background, and I was trying to fix it, and it kept on putting me back over. The ult being forced to be blown by Viego. The Tom Kench protects the Viego at the cost of the Varus. As that's not the play that you want to make, as Viego's trying to help out, but it's going to be forced to back off. Now it's going to be the catfish up for the next
Let's
meal.
go.
Vladimir is there, but I don't know if he's going to be worth anything into this 4-man push. Renekton needs to stop fighting with this Mundo topside and join the rest of the remains of his team and try to defend this base as they lose 2 inhibs in that top tier 2.
And Mundo's pushing right into that inhib trap.
Mundo
We
has
do have
definitely
soul
gone
point
where
up.
he is pleased.
Absolutely. We do have soul up in about a minute and a half.
Yeah, that's the next objective.
They can either give it and trade it for Baron, or they like to delay like the Elder, or they can just take Soul.
I think they just take Soul.
Okay.
There's no reason to delay Elder. They are in control of the game right now. The Mundo is a monster in the side lane at 4 items, and he's got his 4 core items. Tom Kench, while being tanky as he can be, cannot really deal with the Anivia, with how much damage they have. They've got Leandrius, they've got the Road, they've got the upgraded Winter's Approach. They built the Magic Pen part of Void Staff and also anti-heal. So nobody's getting anything here.
Yeah.
As they're just going to continue to play bait and switch with the catfish and try to chunk him down as he's not able to heal back up at all.
Oh, this catfish is not having a good
No, he's not. He's going to get stuck. They do get onto the Anivia,
no.
but the catfish is trying to get everybody out, but he's just going to get blown up by the Nocturne. As the Vladimir tries to go in to make a play in the background, but it looks like it might be too little too late. Renekton comes in, gets some kills, but the Twitch has been sitting on the sideline, and it's just going to be the jungler on
Let's go, guys.
the Nocturne down, as that's likely going to be game. Mundo teleporting into base now. Just going to say hello as the directed camera really just says, hey, the bird is nice.
Efron, what are you doing?
The bird is nice, camera.
Well played, TPO.
And that will be game 2 in the series over to TPO. Much better showing than last week, where like
Absolutely.
it seemed like a struggle across the board where nothing was able to get online. Definitely looks like they put in the work to kind of get back into things and the stride to things. But definitely looks like Summit does need some work. They did have control of a lot in game one and lost it all. They had a really big lead in game two in the bot lane, but weren't able to capitalize it and get much of those drakes early on. Ended up losing the neutral battle by a lot. And even the mid laner getting his Vladimir pick didn't really have that much effect. It looked like at times he was just kind of lost on where the state of the game or how to enter these fights were, where he was off to the side and his rest of his team had fought and died.
But that was very well played, both teams. That is going to be it for us here. We will be back next week as I forget who we're facing the upcoming weeks, but we'll be here for the next few weeks.
We're gonna be facing my mom.
No, we're not, Jim. My mom is a very nice lady, but we are not facing her. Actually, I am genuinely curious who we're up against next.
All right, but
week.
Thank you for everyone that tuned in.
Thank you.
And have a nice
Big
night.
shout out to Walk Warlock, by the way, for the draft. Good night, guys.